My name is Mike Tolomeo. I'm the Instructional Media Manager at Cornell, and I oversee our services for instruction using media, things like classroom capture, the video in Blackboard. We've got a large video effort going. The university decided to try to make it one central video solution, which was Kaltura. We've got a small section of it for the instructional use, and we make it available to any instructor or faculty member who would like to post video through our learning management system, Blackboard. Before Kaltura came up, the initial starting point was a do-it-yourself environment. We ran the servers, faculty had access, and that was about it. We got a little more sophisticated about 2010 when we got involved with Flash and a content distribution network and cloud storage, where we were actually doing the compressing work for faculty. So the first stage was very awkward, not much use. The second stage we started to see an increase, but it couldn't be scaled. And then finally Kaltura came along, and now faculty are able to do it themselves, and we've seen this kind of leap in the amount of material being posted. The decision about going with Kaltura came because we had some pretty strict requirements. We had a centralized use case where just a few people are posting video, say university communications for the whole university, and our use case was very decentralized with over 300 faculty posting and maintaining their own. So that was one requirement, that the software had to support both those use cases. Plus we added a third requirement on that for instructional use. We wanted it inside the learning management system. We wanted a plug-in. And that quickly narrowed the field down in Kaltura. We'd had some experience with Kaltura, and Kaltura came out on top. I find it exciting that faculty are now able to do it themselves. We had the request for several years now, why can't this be as simple as YouTube? And it is. I think I've got some statistics showing that there was a giant step up at the beginning of the semester when we introduced Kaltura. They know how to use it without us explaining. So from our point of view, the enabling of faculty to be able to work with their own material, maintain it, is opening the door. Students are requiring it. In fact, we're hearing back from faculty that students expect this as a normal part of everyday life, of their life and of their courses, and this enables the faculty to deliver on that. Creation of the content, I think, falls into two areas. Probably the majority of it is just distributing existing video, things like documentaries, well, for a film studies course, the movies themselves, the films themselves. That'll be the main part, but I think the area that's growing and that's becoming more exciting is videotaping student performances as a record of their growth. It's becoming easier, it's possible for faculty to do it. Most anybody can shoot video now on their phone or whatever, and being able to post these little documentary clips of what's happening right now is going to be an area of growth. Short little things that show this is my performance as a student. It's a visual, here's what I'm doing. One dance professor has been videotaping her students since the 90s. She used to hand around VHS cassettes, and now this makes it so much easier for her to videotape their performance in class, meet with them afterwards and critique it, and the student can see actually what happened. So it's not a lot of video production, it's kind of like, this is a record of it, here let's look at it. It's visual information that you have a hard time conveying in any other way. The future of video in education, I think, is going to be driven by the students that are coming up. It's a natural part of their life. They've grown up with video. It's not to be separated, it's just something you do. I think this is the area of growth. What I see as possible disruption to it is the lean back attitude. I like videos that are short, concise, and keep people leaning forward, paying attention to the screen. And I like the idea of them creating stuff, or it being a reflection of the work they're doing rather than them watching somebody else's work in a passive state. Video offers another aspect. I like the idea that some information is just visual and you don't need anything more. You don't need text to describe it. Early training films, they found that if you turned off the image, students would pass 90% of the material because they were telling you stuff. It was all in the audio. I mentioned the dance clips. There's a perfect example. I think this will be strengthened when students start becoming creators and contributing to the course. I think we're going to see a leap up at that point.